Hi teacher, this is my activity for citizenship on the questionnaire. Okay, the first question is, why does Bachelet says the coronavirus outbreak is a test for our systems, values, and humanity? The world has experienced some pandemic around its history, but never one in this era, which is the globalization era, or the communication era, in which are all connected. I can travel from here to Australia in less than 12 hours or around that time, even if it's some other part of the world and another complete part of the world. Also, we're all interconnected. We communicate each day, and I can communicate from here to another part of the world with a click on my cell phone or my computer. Also, our governments were not prepared to face a pandemic. This is because we haven't had a real pandemic in around 100 years, and our governments have never experienced it. So they want to be sure if their measures are 100% sure to eliminate the virus. And as we noticed, they were not. Our government were not ready because you can never be ready for a hypothetical question or situation. And this is why it is a test for our systems, because we have to adapt and at the moment the crisis is happening. Question number 2 is, how are human rights affected by the situation the world is in now? The coronavirus is making some governments violate the human rights. One of the most important one is the right of health. Hospitals are full of people, full of sick people around this virus, and if someone new comes to the hospital, they would deny their services if you have a low chance of survival. For example, if two people come to a hospital at the same time, a man around his 80s and also another man around his 30s, the hospital will choose the man around his 30s to treat him to the virus because the man around his 80s has a lot less chance of surviving it. Also, another right that has been violated is the news censorship, or the right of communication and knowledge. China and Poland, well, the governments of China and Poland have been censoring nurses and doctors who try to explain the real situation that is happening there because they don't want to appear as weak countries around the world. Also, another right that has been violated is the right to liberty, with quarantine, or also called self-isolation. At least in the UK, this can be done against our will, against our own will. And even if it's the right measure, we will have to stay home because then we can make the virus spread even more rapidly. But in the UK, this is against our will, and here too, because we're living in some kind of absolutism, and we have to respect the government decisions because then we'll go to jail. Also, another right that has been violated is the right to privacy. At least in China, well, the China government has put CCTV on the doors of the quarantine people so they don't leave, or wristbands to monitor them or when and where they are. So the virus has been affecting and violating our human rights. How our values relate to the COVID-19 crisis. There are two types of values: the economic values. The economic values, the world since until last month, until March 3rd, according to the UNCTAD, has lost around $50 billion due to this crisis, and where our economy is rapidly degrading itself. So that's it. And then the moral values such as honesty. All of us have to be respectful because this is not for our will. This is for all the world's will. We have to be good citizens in this situation more than anything because we have to seek for the world's wellness, not for our own. We cannot leave our house because we want to, because we have to, I don't know, because we have a party or something in the beginning of this, because we want to visit a friend, because that's risking our house, and if we risk our house, we risk our friends, even we risk a whole community. And we have to, and our moral values are put to test because how to get, we have to be good citizens in this situation more than in. The question 4 is, why does the UN name discrimination in relation to COVID-19 in the world? As the majority of people in the world know, all the people, the virus is originated in China, in Wuhan, China. And this had led to people considering it a Chinese virus. This is even said by the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who keeps calling it the Chinese virus. This is causing xenophobia and discrimination around the world because people are afraid of Chinese people, or even the whole Asia area, Asian people in general, because they think they all have the virus. So this expression calling this the Chinese virus, making us more likely to discriminate these people and to be afraid. Question 5. What do you think political leaders should do? I think the measures that the political leaders are taking are correct, at least here, that are closing the borders and making us all keep home, with even making us use cover services like Logo or something like that, because we cannot live home, because that's risking our own will and the will of our community. I think political leaders are actually doing things right. They are making very right decisions, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with them. Let's see. Question 6. What can you, as a young Ecuadorian citizen, do now to support the world during this crisis? Sorry for the citizen mistake. Name for contributions. We have to stay at home because, well, in self-isolation, because that's what the government is asking us to do, and even if we can go out legally, some of us are going out to visit our friends and that's risking our will and our wellness around the whole world. Also, we have to spread accurate information and correct people that are spreading fake news. If you see something like a fake news that says that all of us are going to die, we have to correct them, because that is only creating panic around the society. Also, we have to attend the online classes and to make an effort on them, because that's a new way of learning, and we have to make an effort in learning the things that the teachers are trying to teach us, as in some, because they're making an effort, then we should do too. And we also have to protect the mental health, or protect our mental health, and protect our family's mental health, or our community's mental health, because the situation is very stressful for everyone. And we have to try playing new games, doing yoga, doing relaxing activities that will help us relax due to the situation. We also have to fight discrimination. That's because discrimination is very active now due to the whole Chinese virus thing. And we have to fight it, because that's not true. Even if it's originated in China, we cannot discriminate all Chinese people due to this pandemic. And yeah, that's it. Thank you, teacher.